Hello, Big Two. Hello, friends. Welcome to Lizziefaye Loves Books. I'm Elizabeth, and it is early June. I've already filmed 2 videos today, but while my light is holding out, I thought I better go ahead and do some kind of a TBR video and just share a little bit about what I'm planning to read and what I'm already reading for the month of June. So the past couple of years, I have sort of started out the month of June calling it Just June. I think I even did a hashtag, Just June. And I'm kind of wanting to do that again this year, but of course, about the time I decided I was going to do Just June and just read what I want and not participate in anything, then I found out about June on the Range. So I did go ahead and loosely participate in that last year. I listened to some of the Preacher books, which is the first Mountain Man series by William Johnstone. And I listened to the first 3, as well as a couple of the radio theater versions, kind of the audio drama versions, and I really enjoyed those, so I definitely want to pick back up with that. But I was watching Michael K. Vaughan's announcement video, and to participate in June on the Range, they want you to not only just read Westerns, although you really just have to read one Western. They want you to read a Zane Grey and a Louis L'Amour. Well, I've never read any Louis L'Amour. I did try a Zane Grey last year, and I didn't love it. I'm trying another one this year. I'm almost done with it. I'll put a picture here. It's called Betty Zane, and it's just not grabbing my attention. There's things that are happening, but I don't know. I'm just not super interested in it, but I'm getting through it. Then for my Louis L'Amour, I'm going to listen to Hondo. It's quite a bit shorter than the Zane Grey book, and I have had a customer in the bookstore where I work recommend that one, and it's on audio. Both of these are on audio on Libby for my library, so I'm listening to both of those. On Hoopla, I am going to listen to, for sure, books 3 and 4 in the first Mountain Man series. Book 4 is, I believe this is book 4, 40 Guns West, and then I believe that Cheyenne Challenge is book 5. This I ordered from the library. It's a bind-up of 2 separate books. I don't know if Journey of the Mountain Man is the next one after that or not, but I'm pretty sure that Cheyenne Challenge is the next one. I hope I ordered the right book. I don't know. If I didn't, I'll put the right one up here. But anyway, I'm definitely going to listen to 2, maybe 3, maybe more. I don't know. I don't really have a lot of audiobooks lined up to listen to. I do want to finally pick this one up. I showed this a couple months ago. Didn't get to it yet. The Secret Book and Scone Society by Ellery Adams. I've been working this is the 3rd year now. I'm working on doing the ABC challenge that everybody else in the Killing Time with Cozy's group did in the first year, and then started over the next year. I just kept on going because I'm going in order. I'm going in ABC order, so I'm up to S, and this will be my S book. I'm going to listen to this one on audio. And then I think also on Hoopla, I will listen to the next 2 Jen McKinley books. We are almost done with the read-along of all 3 of her Cozy Mystery series. I don't have the physical copies yet, but I wrote them down. Sugar Plum Poisoned is the next in the Cupcake Bakery Mysteries, and then Fatal First Edition is the next Library Lovers, and then I think there's just one more that we're planning to read in July. I'm not sure if it will pop up on audio by then. I think it's a brand new book. I might just wait around a little bit and see if it comes up on audio. As long as I get done with it by the end of the year, I'd like to check all of these series off my Series About Series list, but at some point I'll finish that last one, and whatever else comes up. These are definitely series that I want to keep up with. I've enjoyed all 3 of them, and I was really happy that we decided to read them all in publication order. I also have 2 book club books that I think I will get on audio. I don't have physical copies of them yet either, but for my mystery book club, we are reading Everyone in My Family Has Killed Someone. It's by Benjamin Stevenson. And I realized I made a mistake in the video when I was filming. I said that our regular literary book club was reading The Windsor Knot by S.J. Bennett. And the reason I thought that is because I had put it on hold and my audiobook came in early, so I went ahead and checked out a physical copy, and then I realized later, oh, this is a mystery. It's because we're reading this for our mystery club for July. Anyway, what we're actually reading for the literary book club is The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. So I think I had planned to listen to that one on Everand. So I hope to get to it. Well, I need to get to it this month because this is what we are discussing in June. So I will probably try to get 3 book club books done in June and be a little bit ahead for July. Also on CD, I just ordered the next Jack Reacher book that I need to read. I believe this is book 14, 61 Hours by Lee Child. I have really been enjoying the Jack Reacher series, although if you saw my wrap-up for May, I said that the one I just finished, which was called Gone Tomorrow, was probably my least favorite of any so far. But hopefully it will pick back up with 61 Hours, and I'm looking forward to reading it. So, other than that, I've got one other read-along that I'm still participating in. I'm a little bit behind with the Let's Read Nancy Drew series that is hosted by Mitzi from Mitzi Reads and Writes. This is the book we were supposed to have read in May. I just started this on June the 2nd, and I read the first 5 chapters. I'm going to try to read 5 chapters a day until I get it finished up, and then go ahead and read, I think it's called The Sign of the Twisted Candle, which is book 9 in the Nancy Drew series, and then I'll be caught up. For this read-along, we are just reading the first 10 as of right now. I don't know if it will continue past that, but I definitely want to follow along and at least read the first 10 with the group. Then I've got a few books that I want to read. I did some shelf clearing. I won't show it to you now, although I did show it in my wrap-up video, that over here in the shelves that you can't see, I took everything off of one shelf and I put my Star Wars books there. They're already overflowing on that shelf, so I'm probably going to have to, make some room on a lower shelf. But I boxed up all of my biography, memoir books that I'm not going to read right now, and I also kind of unhauled some of my home organizing books, at least the ones that are Christian-based, and I took those to share at my church library. I'm not getting rid of them completely. It's not a complete unhaul, but I'm putting them on loan at my church library. They'll still be there if I want to read any of them, and it just freed up some space on my shelves, so now it's much neater. And while I was doing that, I ran across 3 books that I want to just go ahead and read right now. This one is really cute, Bless This Mess and Other Prayers. This is a really old one. It's very short, so I have already started reading that one. And then I had a couple of biographies of Fanny Crosby. She was probably one of the most famous hymn writers of Christian hymns. This one is a really old one, Fanny Crosby, the Blind Poetess. And then this one, Fanny Crosby, the hymn writer. So I've already started both of these. They're really short, and I will take all of these up to my church library when I get done with those. Well, I'll probably keep them all month, have them for my wrap-up, then I'll take them. Then I would like to get to the last 2 of the Christy Miller series by Robin Jones Gunn. I thought I had brought both of them in here, but this is a Christy Miller's diary. I guess I need to read this one too. Anyway, when I finish this series, then I'm going to take that whole series up to the church library. And if you saw my trip vlog, I found some of the Sierra Jensen stories that are related to these when I was on my trip. So next I've got to find all of those and read that as well. Anyway, all of these are going to be, going to my church library as soon as I'm done. I'm still going to make an attempt to finish this one that I started during March Mystery Madness. Read a very little of it in April. Didn't read any of it in May. I do need to finish this book so I can get it off my shelves. I think there's only one more in the series, and since I'm a finisher, I will probably try to go ahead and read it, but I'm just not loving this one. There's some F-bombs and things like that that I don't really enjoy. I don't enjoy at all, but I still kind of want to finish it, so we'll see. Then the rest of the month, the rest of the books that I plan to read are more Star Wars books. I had a blast reading Star Wars books in May. One of the books I wanted to, well, a couple of the books I wanted to read in May, I bumped to June. This is the junior novelization of A New Hope. I read the full-length novelization, which was the very first Star Wars book ever. I read that first, and while I'm still kind of in New Hope mode, I want to go ahead and read this one, and also I want to read this one, which is The Life of Luke Skywalker. This is a sleeve but this is a book sleeve, so here's the actual book. Anyway, I think this one is also about the same time period as A New Hope. In fact, it says Star Wars A New Hope, The Life of Luke Skywalker. This one is by Ryder Wyndham, who wrote all of the junior novelizations of all the Star Wars movies. And this one is by him too, but I don't think it's the same book. So I will definitely read it. It's one I've had on my shelf for a while. This one I just picked up at the store where I work. I tried to get a library copy and it was checked out. I did check it out on ebook, but I'm just not good at reading ebooks. So when I saw this at our store, I went ahead and picked it up. Then after that, I can move on into The Empire Strikes Back. I will probably start by reading Emily, this little golden book of Empire Strikes Back. And then the next full-length Star Wars novel. This month, I would like to read all of the Star Wars novels that were written in the 80s, if I can get to them. If it takes me a couple of months, that's fine, because there's 6 of them. There were only 4 in May. Anyway, Empire Strikes Back is my next full-length novel to read. And then I will read the junior novelization of it as well. Then I would like to read the last of the original 3 Han Solo books, Han Solo and the Lost Legacy. This was published in 1983, and then I think just like a month later was the novelization of Return of the Jedi, and would like to read the novelization of it as well, and the little golden book of it. And then after that, I have ordered on eBay a bind-up of all 3 of the Lando Calrissian adventures. These were all released in 1983. And then after that, there were no Star Wars books released until 1991. And I will get to those when I get to those. But for now, I want to finish all of the Star Wars books from the 80s and go from there. So those are my Star Wars reading goals for the month, or for the summer anyway, and all the books that I want to read for the whole month. Now, I have a few others, just some random things on my cart that if I can get to, I will. I'm going to try to do a little bit of mood reading. I'm not good at mood reading. I like to have a plan and stick to it, but we shall see. Editing me here, and I realized as I was putting this video together that I forgot to mention that I am planning to tackle the Circle series by Ted Dekker this month. I don't own the book called White. Black is book 1, red is book 2, white is book 3, and green is the prequel, I believe. These were recommended to me by my brother a few years ago, and I've had them on my Libby wish list back when it was still my Overdrive wish list, and I didn't set out to collect them, but I've just picked them up here and there, and I thought these might be something I want to donate to the church library. I don't know, but I've tried to start Black a couple of times, and it's so far is pretty creepy, just the introduction. So I'm a little nervous about it. Anyway, I'm kind of in the mood for something kind of thrillery, and these are faith-based thrillers. So let me know in the comments if you have read any of these books and what you thought about them. Anyway, that's all for this video. I'd love to know what you're planning to read this summer or in the month of June. I mentioned Just June. I did notice that I think it's Alice and the Giant Bookshelf. She's doing something kind of similar to my idea of Just June, and that is Joy Reading June, which is basically read what you want. And I think she said the same thing as me. She's, she likes to do a TBR and all of that, but she's going to try just Joy Reading. And I stand behind that wholeheartedly. Anyway, that's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a great day. Read a good book, and God bless you.